Relax now. Let each breath soothe you. Feel the weight of the day melt away. Your mind drifting free. Each exhale, a gentle sigh, releasing tension. Each inhale, drawing in calm, peace, warmth, ease. Our story today begins in the hushed twilight of Tudor England where rose-scented gardens lay quiet beneath the waning glow of lanterns, and the distant coo of a dove drifts through ancient air, soft as a lullaby. In that stillness, imagine trying to live as they did then. You wouldn't last a day not because you lack courage, but because even the simplest things would feel strange, heavy, and utterly unfamiliar. Think of waking before dawn in a thatched roof house, walls of wattle, and dog cradling you. There's no indoor plumbing or warm water, only a wooden chamber pot tucked under straw-stuffed mattresses. Every breath smells of smoky hearth and livestock quiet companions in thatched cottages. The familiar hum of modern plumbing, so comforting now, would be a distant dream then. Outside, the morning would begin with the soft blending of livestock calls and faltering footsteps on earth-worn paths. The air carries a faint tempest of ale because water often made people ill. So, ale was daily drink for all ages, weak and nourishing. Instead of hydration, your first sip of the day would be grain-sweet bitterness, strange comfort before the dawn fully breaks. Imagine stepping outside, cool cobblestones beneath your feet, breath misting in the pale light. Give yourself a moment to curl into that sensation like velvet shadow pressing gently on bare skin. Now, picture sitting down to breakfast not with toast, but with thick, coarse bread made from whole rye or barley. The richer had finer white bread. You'd likely have the darker, tougher kind. The flavor is hearty and grounding, but the texture, compared to today's supple slices, is chewy and firm. Each bite demands slow, deliberate chewing, an unfamiliar pace that pulls your mind toward .com rhythm. You reach for ale to wash it down. The warmth spreads through you, gentle and strange, reminding you senses are more alive now, more aware of every flavor and texture. Let's move through a Tudor street now. Picture narrow, winding lanes with overhanging timber frames. The air heavy with smells wood smoke animals, waste tossed onto the streets, and the faint sweetness of baking goods. Imagine stepping carefully across streets that don't know sanitation, yet still count as home. Hold that image close as comfort, not harsh, just, ancient, different, real. Into a great hall now, torchlight dancing off carved beams. You'd feel the cool stone beneath your feet, a hearth roaring in a kingly room, banners draping overhead, but you'd also be soaked in noise and competition for warmth. These halls could be drafty, cavernous, the cheerful glow of a modern fireplace steady. Controllable is a luxury you'd sorely miss. Then there's the royal table. A feast unfolds. Meats, stews, sweet fruits but with religious rules restricting eating on certain days. Imagine reaching for succulent meats and being reminded you must substitute fish on imposed days. Each regal flavor is tinged with restraint and obligation, a dance between indulgence and dogma. The air buzzes with whispers and gossip, more melodic than mindless chatter. If you were not careful, you might speak a misstep politics or waltzed through words. Every phrase a calculated move, the caution in speech, the weight of words, would feel heavy on your tongue, pulling calm away. Let the warmth of the hall's heart fill your vision, the hushed lilt of conversation, the musk of baked bread and herbs. Breathing in draws the world closer. Exhaling settles you deeper. In a dusty courtyard beyond, laundry hangs and shifts in evening breeze. Linen undergarments soak up sweat, and our prized even laundered white cloth was a status symbol. Imagine slipping on fresh linen crisp, tactile, but laced with the knowledge that washing takes effort and value. Your modern closet fades. You stand among items that breathe, textures that speak of care, slow, intentional cleanliness. Your breathing matches the rustle of cloth and air, slow, gentle, swaying into drowsiness. And then, down by the hearth again, lull into the truth of poor medical care. Tudor remedies were a mix of herbs and ancient practices, not magic, but earnest attempts To heal listening thistles, roots, honey, vinegar. Imagine smelling lavender, sage, rosemary gentle on the senses, soft as lullabies, as your body learns that comfort can come from simple things. In this breath, feel your own heartbeat soften, your thoughts slow, an unspoken lull wrapping around you like a patchwork quilt pieced from centuries of stories. You would not last a day in Tudor Britain, not from danger, but from disorientation. Every sense rewired, every expectation altered. Yet, in the calm of tonight's tale, those differences become tender and safe. Close your eyes gently. Let the thatched roofs, smoky hearths, echoing halls, and fragrant herbs fade. What remains is this: you, safe, sleepy, beloved by history, by memory, by time. Pause, soft, imagined sounds. Flicker of flame, far-off flapping of fabric. Breathe slowly, in and out. Feel your body sinking deeper into rest. Let each word cradle you, like soft linen sheets pulled over weary shoulders. Our story drifts onward now, deeper into Tudor Britain. Evening has fallen. Shadows lengthen across cobbled lanes, and candlelight flickers within timber-framed homes. The soft hum of crickets outside is a lullaby, while within, tallow candles burn slowly, their wax giving off a faint, earthy scent. In this light, time feels different. People rose with the sun and settled with dusk. The world's rhythm beat to nature's heart, not the ticking clocks. There was no rushing hum of traffic, no endless glow of screens only. The serenity of flame, the hush of voices, the silence between each word. You would find, in this world, that sleep itself was different. Tudors often slept in two segments: first, sleep, and second, sleep. They would drift off early, rise around midnight for prayer, quiet reflection, or even conversation with neighbors and then sink back into slumber before dawn. The very pattern of rest was foreign, yet oddly soothing. Imagine yourself curled into a straw mattress, covered in wool blankets, the faint creak of wood around you, the muffled murmur of family sharing the same room. Feel the closeness, the warmth, the unbroken thread of shared breath in one chamber. Every sound is amplified, the distant bark of a dog, the crack of the hearth, the faint sigh of wind. Each draws you into deeper stillness, as though history itself hushes you to rest. Now, breathe in again, and picture the clothing you would wear tomorrow. Layers upon layers. For men, linen shirt, hose, doublet, perhaps a woolen cloak if cold. For women, a chemise, bodice, petticoats, gown, and headdress. Every garment laced, tied, pinned its mourning, a ritual, not a hurried routine. The sensation of linen against skin, coarse wool at the edges, leather shoes worn by many steps before you. Compared to today's softness, it would weigh heavy, grounding, but heavy can be soothing too, like a weighted blanket, pressing you gently toward calm. Yet, in this life, discomfort lingers. Hygiene was far from today's expectations. Baths were rare luxuries, often avoided out of fear of disease. Instead, scented linen, herbs, and perfumes covered the body's natural musk. Imagine a sachet of lavender tucked into your garments, rosemary steeped into washing water, rose petals perfuming a chamber. The fragrances are earthy, sharp, delicate, both strange and comforting. Let your senses rest there, inhaling the Tudor world one soft note at a time. And food. Let's wander back into their kitchens, shall we? The hearth is alive with crackles, iron pots simmering with stews of mutton or rabbit, herbs, parsley, sage. Time fill the air. Bread bakes, coarse and warm, its crust crackling as it's pulled from the oven. Meat turns on a spit, juices hissing into flame. Imagine leaning near it, caressing your face, the smoky aroma wrapping around you like an old blanket. Every flavor is slower, richer, bound to the cycle of seasons. No instant meals, no endless variety. The taste was to wait, and in that waiting, there was calm. But your body might struggle. For the Tudors, spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, and pepper were luxuries for the wealthy, carried across oceans. For common folk, the diet was plain, hearty, repetitive. A bowl of potager, thick, porridge-like stew of grains and vegetables, might be your daily sustenance. Imagine lifting the wooden spoon, the weight of the food thick on your tongue, nourishing but heavy. Your body, so used to modern abundance, might falter, but your spirit would slow, steady, soothed by repetition, now drift further into a marketplace. Picture stalls of apples, onions, smoked fish, bolts of cloth, leather goods. Hear the shuffle of feet on cobbles, the cry of sellers, fresh herring, sweet honey, fine wool. The sounds blend into a gentle hum, steady and rhythmic. You pass by baskets of herbs, the sharp scent of garlic, the sweetness of apples, the bitterness of ale. Every smell mingles, earthy and alive, pulling you into a dreamlike state of sensory calm. But beneath the charm lies hardship. Illnesses swept through streets, sweating sickness, plague, pox. Medicine was uncertain, sometimes cruel. A barber surgeon's hands, rough and steady, could bleed a patient with leeches or pull a tooth with iron tools. Herbal remedies soothed where they could, but much was left to fate. Imagine holding a small posy of herbs beneath your nose. Lavender, rosemary, sagnard, only for fragrance, but to ward off foul airs. Breathe it in now. Crisp, calming, cleansing, and still, despite hardship, music filled the Tudor evening. Lutes, viols, recorders' gentle melodies, drifting through chambers and halls. Close your eyes and hear it. Strings plucked, voices lifted in song, a steady beat of drums echoing faintly. In the glow of candlelight, people would dance slow, deliberate steps, partners turning, skirts swaying. The rhythm, the repetition was soothing, mesmerizing. Let that music carry you now. Soft, winding, like a lullaby from centuries past. Pause here, listen to your own breath, in and out, steady, slow, as though you two were bound to the rhythm of Tudor time. Our story tonight has shown you why you would not last a day in Tudor Britain. The food would tire you, the clothing would weigh you down, the hygiene would startle you, the medical care would frighten you. Yet, beneath it all, there is still comfort, still warmth, still beauty, the sound of the hearth, the glow of candles, the lilt of music, the closeness of family under one roof. Life was harsher, yes, but life was also slower, steadier, and deeply connected to earth and season. So, sink into that thought. Sink into the dream of Tudor Britain not as a place of fear, but as a lullaby from another age. The air is cooler now, the streets empty, the stars watching overhead. You are safe, you are calm, you are drifting into sleep, just as they once did, centuries ago, beneath the same moon and the same eternal sky.